When the Cowessess First Nation announced the 751 unmarked graves at the old Marieval Residential School site, the Archbishop of the Regina region, Donald Bolen, immediately wrote a letter of apology to Cowessess Chief Cadmus DeLorme.
I wrote the letter because we want to walk in solidarity with the people of Cowessess, and we want to help, and we share the emotion of this difficult moment.
Bolen adds that he's been working with Chief DeLorme for a few years to help identify the people buried in the Cowessess cemetery that was once run by the Catholic Church.
We have sacramental records, so records of baptisms and sacraments and death records, and we've shared that information as we're able with people from Cowessess.
He also adds he has been working with a group to get the Pope to come to Saskatchewan and apologize. The group has been planning for the past 2.5 years to visit the Vatican and plead to the Pontiff in person.
With that delegation, First Nations, Inuit and Metis survivors, elders, knowledge keepers, youth, accompanied by Indigenous leaders and bishops, will have a chance to meet with Pope Francis.
Archbishop Bolen says that the trip should be finalized and announced soon.
Lots of planning meetings over 2.5 years. The delegation probably would have happened already last year had it not been for COVID. But yes, it's going ahead before the end of this year.
Archbishop Bolen adds that both the Government of Canada and the churches need to take responsibility, not just a Catholic Church. It's a shared responsibility.
I think the Church needs to be called to task and is being called to task. I think the government needs to be called to task, and that doesn't really help when the government deflects its responsibility and pushes it back on the Church, right? We got to take responsibility, and so does the government.
Archbishop Bolen has hope that the delegation will bring the Pope to Canada to apologize to the residential school survivors and the many, many descendants of those survivors. Priscilla Wolfe, APTN National News, Saskatoon.